for right now. Hey guys, alright, so we're going to be looking at just an AC only install, okay? So it's on the main level, really easy access, inside of a closet, standard efficiency, 2-stage, 70,000 BTU, 2-ton condenser with a 2.5 coil. We're going to start with the measurements. So I measured the furnace from right there to right there, and I've got that measured at about 14 inches. And I measured from the floor right up to the roof there at about 33 inches, and then a depth from the furnace at about 28. For the return, I measured from right there as far as I could on the wall for the return at about 8.5, and then a depth roughly is about 20. I couldn't get my measuring tape in there, but I took from that point, measured back at about 20 inches. For the height, I measured right from the crease, including with the coil, and I went all the way up to the very top of the supply trunk crease to right, I get my pen in there. Well, you see the shadow, that should suffice right there. Right here, I'll get my pen. Right in that crease right there, and I've got that at about 64 inches. For the width, I measured just above the coil at the shortest point, 14 inches from right there to right there, and then same thing with the depth at about 20 inches. I want to take note, if at all possible, sorry guys, I apologize for the camera. If you notice, this looks, if it's possible to either seal or do, you see in how that's like coming apart, so I don't, to improve on the efficiency. The other thing, if it's not too much trouble, if you look in the back here, the far side of our house is having some airflow issues, and so it's only getting at about like 8.5 the capacity on there. I don't know. Here, it looks like it was sealed up. That was not put into there, but if it's not too much of a big deal, if you guys can connect that to that, I'll give you guys that information. And so I measured the supply trunk, if I didn't already mention, at about 12 by 8. And so it's really cut in half. Condensate drain is literally right there. Other than that, pretty easy. If I didn't already mention about the filter, it's a standard filter, 1620 by 1. And that should be about it.